Hey guys, Anna here. Let's get started with our 25-minute Thanksgiving yoga flow. So starting in a child's pose, toes touch, knees wide, reaching those arms forward and just pressing that forehead down. Right? Maybe setting an intention here of gratitude, thinking of something or someone that you're thankful for, or simply thanking yourself for showing up today. Bringing those arms nice and wide, pressing those palms down, starting to engage your Ujjayi breath. So inhalation and exhalation through your nose. Take a deep inhale, and on an exhale, begin to walk the torso and the arms over towards the right side. Getting that side stretch all along your left side, and maybe bringing that right arm behind your back. Grabbing that inner thigh. Just opening up your chest here. Reaching that right arm forward again. Inhaling, coming back to center. Maybe bringing that chin down. And exhale, side stretch over towards the left. Feeling the side stretch all along your right side. And maybe wrapping that left arm behind your back. Again, rest on your lower back, or it can grab the inner thigh, whatever is available. Still breathing here, in and out through your nose. Inhaling, coming back to center. Again, if you can come down to that chin, maybe bringing those palms up. Just trying to open up your chest, opening up your heart here. Slowly come on up, hands underneath the shoulders, coming to a tabletop position. Begin to walk those hands forward as you bring your chest, your torso down, but keeping those hips in line with those knees, so puppy pose. Again, chin down here to open up that throat, or you can bring that forehead down. Whatever feels better. And simply breathing. Slowly coming back up, hands right underneath the shoulders. Back to your tabletop. Begin to reach your right arm forward. So go ahead and start to circle it back and around. And put like your whole upper body into it, right? There's no right and wrong in this. Just really starting to open up that chest, warming up that shoulder, and make sure you reverse that. And when you're ready, simply keep that right arm up, spread those fingers, bring that left foot out like a kickstand, and extend that right leg out in line with that hip. Modified side plank here, maybe lift that right leg up, flex that foot, and extend that arm bicep by the ear. And just the way you got in, we're gonna get out, right hand down, and right leg down. Right away into your cat and cow pose. So inhaling, dropping the belly, maybe tucking the toes, gaze up. Exhaling, really rounding that spine. So I like to lift the heels of my hands when I come into cat pose. And then coming back to a neutral tabletop. Again, doing the same thing with that left arm, circling it back and around, right? And just that gaze goes with that hand. And make sure you reverse that. Again, as that arm goes back, bring those hips back. Reaching that left arm all the way up, spread those fingers. Bringing that right foot out like a kickstand and extend that left leg. Maybe lift it up, flex that ankle. And remember, that kickstand is what's going to help you with your balance here. Maybe reach that left arm. And the way you got in, we're getting out. Left hand, left arm down. Left knee down. Right away, tuck the toes. Lift the knees up. Hovering tabletop, and simply shift the weight slightly forward and back. And lift those hips up, downward dog. Walking out the dog, so bending one knee, bending the other. Really getting into the toes, into the calf muscles, and then just pressing both heels down. All right, bring those toes to touch, bend those knees. You can walk, jump, or step towards the top of the mat. Inhale, come halfway up, and exhale, fold. Inhale, swan dive all the way up. Exhale, swan dive all the way down. Again, inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, press those hands down. Step, step back, coming into a plank. Shift that weight forward, bend the elbows. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips up, downward dog. Really spreading those fingers, pressing those palms. Go ahead and extend that right leg all the way up. Bend that knee. Keep pressing and rooting down through that left heel. And then circling that leg, right? Just getting into that right hip. Circling it to one side and make sure you take it to the other side. Extending that leg. Bring it down and bring it inside right next to that left foot. So think pinky to pinky here. Walking those hands all the way back towards those feet. Kind of different, but it's a hamstring stretch. Inhaling, coming halfway. Exhaling, bringing that chin in. Simply folding over. Bend the knees as much as you need to. And if you're more advanced, you can walk the fingertips back. Bring those hands back forward, coming back to your down dog. And extend that right leg back up. Bringing it down. And press that torso towards the thighs. Inhale, reach that left leg all the way up. Make sure you bend that knee. Begin to circle it to one side. And circle it to the other. Again, opening up that left hip. And I know this is a little different, a little bit weird, right? Bringing that foot inside towards the right side. So pinky toe to pinky toe. Crossing those legs and then walking those hands back. And again, bend the knees as much as you need to. The hamstrings can be a little tight for some people, more than others. That's all okay. Keep inhaling, keep exhaling, bringing that chest in. And again, walk those fingertips back and away if it's available to you. Begin to walk the hands forward. Bring that left leg all the way back and up. And bringing it right next to that right foot. Shifting that weight forward, coming into your plank. So make sure those hands are right underneath those shoulders. Exhale, shift those hips back up, coming to your down dog, not adjusting your feet or your hands here. Right? And if your heels are a little lifted, that's okay. Walk the toes together. Jump, step, or walk towards the top of the mat. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, swan dive all the way up. Reach, reach, reach. Spread those fingers, spread those wings. And exhale, bring those hands to prayer. Right? Remembering why you're practicing. Remembering why you're grateful. Inhaling, reaching the arms all the way up. Exhale, begin to bend over towards the right side. Gaze up towards the left side. Make sure those biceps are right by the ears and the arms are nice and straight. Inhaling, coming back to center. Exhale, side bend over towards the left side. Keep gazing up. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, swan dive all the way down. Inhaling, coming halfway up and lifting. Exhale, press those hands all the way down underneath the shoulders. Jump, step, or walk towards the back of your mat. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, hips up, downward dog. Couple breaths here. Looking forward, bring jump, step, or walk towards your yogi squat. So make sure those feet are wider than your hips, right? So you want the heels to be slightly in, toes pigeoned out. And if that's not available, you can always use a block. Maybe reaching that left arm down towards the floor and reaching that right arm up. Keep gazing up. If it's available here, bind. Otherwise, just keep reaching that right arm up. Or if not, just keep those hands in prayer right in front of you. Who cares? Make sure whatever you did on the other side, you do it here. So reaching that right arm towards the floor and extending that left arm up. Again, really spread those fingers. And if it's available, bind. If not, all good. Come back to center, press those hands all the way down, and then lift the hips up. As you lift the hips up, bring those toes back to center so your feet are parallel. Make sure those feet are hips distance apart. Grab your peace sign fingers and interlace them on your big toes. Simply fold over. Inhale, you're not going to get very far. Keep grabbing onto those toes. Exhale, bring that chest in forward towards the thighs. Deep hamstring stretch right here. Remember, bend the knees as much as you need to or at different levels. Walk the toes back together. Coming to chair, so bend those knees, hips down. Reaching those arms up. So think those arms as exclamation marks. Gaze forward or up. Exhale, straighten the legs, fold it over. Inhale, halfway up, long spine. Exhale, press those hands down, jump, step, or walk. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, hips up, downward dog. Inhale, reach a left leg up, bend that knee in towards the chest as you shift that weight forward. Left foot is right next to that left hand. Press that heel down. Inhale, cartwheel your hands up, coming to warrior two. Right, so again, opening up those hips, really reaching those arms. And then bring that left elbow to that thigh and reach that right arm up. Side angle. Maybe bring that left hand down right next to that left foot. Keep reaching with that right arm. Drop those hips down. We all have a tendency to keep them up. Inhale, coming back to warrior two. Make sure you're pressing the borders of the feet down towards the mat, rooting. Exhale, coming into triangle. So bring that left hand down, reach your right arm up. You can keep that arm up or wrap it behind your back, grabbing that left inner thigh. Straightening the legs as much as you can. Maybe you have a bind here. Maybe not. Who cares? Keep gazing up. All right, bring that left hand back down on the shin, reach that right arm up. Bend that front knee, coming back to warrior two, gazing over that left middle finger. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down inside of that left foot. Begin to walk the left foot over towards the left. You can keep the hands down right underneath the shoulders, or you can drop to the forearms. Another modification, you can drop that right knee down. More advanced, you can keep that right knee up. Again, opening up that left hip. When you're ready, bring those hands back down. Frame that front foot, left hand towards the left. Bring that left leg back, coming into plank. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips up, downward dog. Gaze right between the inner thighs. When you're ready, right away, jump, step, or walk towards the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, swan dive all the way up. Maybe a little back bend. Exhale, bring those hands to prayer. Coming back to your chair, drop those hips down. Make sure you can see your toes here. Your knees should not be passing your toes. On an exhale, simply fold. Inhaling, coming halfway up and lifting. Exhale, press down. Walk, jump, step towards the back. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, tug the toes, roll the toes, hips up, downward dog. Inhale, reach that right leg up. Exhale, bring that knee in towards the chest. Bring that right foot down right next to that right hand and press that left heel down as you cartwheel your hands open to warrior two. Gaze over that right middle finger, right? Fierce like a warrior. Make sure you're still breathing. Right elbow comes down to that right thigh. Reach that left arm all the way up. If it's available, bring that right hand down right next to that right foot. Make sure you drop those hips down. Even myself, I have the tendency to keep my hips up, so I have to remind myself to bring them down. Inhale, coming back to warrior two. Straighten that front leg. Reach, reach, reach. Bring that right hand down to the shin as you reach that left arm all the way up. Maybe wrapping that left arm behind and grabbing that inner thigh. Maybe finding that bind here. I like to bend my right knee a little bit, right, to help me really reach my right arm back to grab my other hand. And think of pulling that left shoulder back to gaze up to really help you open here. Then when you're ready, bring that right hand back down, reach that left arm up, coming back to warrior two, bend that front knee. Exhale, bring those hands down, lift that back heel, coming down to your forearms. Or again, if you're not comfortable with this, stay in your hands. And remember, you can always drop that back knee. If you're feeling good, keep that back knee up. You don't know until you try. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Step that right leg back. Chaturanga. So bringing that weight slightly forward, bending the elbows. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, roll the toes, hips up. Downward dog. Deep breaths. Look forward, jump, step, or walk towards the top of the mat. I always bring my toes to touch. And we're coming back to that yogi squat. So feet are wider than the hips, as wide as the mat. Again, bring that left hand down towards the left and reach that right arm up. Here we go, grabbing that bind. So you couldn't really tell here, but you'll be able to see better on the other side. This is when we try bird of paradise, right? So if you have to stop and pause, go ahead and do so. But you want to bring that left arm behind that left thigh, right? And then grabbing onto both hands, and then maybe extending that left leg, maybe not. Whatever the degree. And I stumbled a little bit, and that's okay. Keeping it real. Bringing those hands back to center. And this side you'll be able to see better. Right, so I wrap my right arm all the way back, right behind my hamstring, right? And then slowly engaging that core, keeping a soft bend in that left knee, I begin to lift. And you can keep that right knee bent. Don't feel like you have to straighten it. Right, one step at a time, take it slow, and then bring that right foot down. The way you came in, you come out. And coming back to that squat. Walking those hands forward, round, round, round. We've been opening up our chest this entire practice. And walk those hands underneath the shoulders. Lift the hips up, bringing those feet parallel. Inhale, coming halfway up. Exhale, fold in. Toes should be touching, heels don't have to touch. Inhaling, coming halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, swan dive all the way up with confidence. And exhale, release. All right, you're gonna reach those arms forward, lift those heels, palms down, and slowly begin to drop the hips all the way down, right into boat. A little different, using a lot of core here. Coming to canoe, palms are up. Inhale, back to boat. Exhale to canoe, extend those legs. Inhale, boat. Exhale, canoe, engaging that core. Palms up. Keep breathing and let it all go. Good, just getting comfortable here. Bring those knees in towards the chest. Grabbing onto those legs, grabbing onto those knees. Massage the lower back, coming side to side. And drop the knees over towards the right as you extend the left leg. Or not the left leg, the left arm. Palm is up, spinal twist. Inhaling back to center. Give yourself a little squeeze. Exhale over towards the other side. Extend that right arm towards the right. Palm is up. Gaze over that right shoulder. Inhaling, coming back to center. Bringing those feet down, right underneath the knees. Make sure your middle finger can touch your heels and then begin to lift the hips up, bridge pose. Yeah, walking those arms underneath a little bit, under the shoulders. Maybe interlacing those fingers. Squeezing the palms together, lifting those hips up. On an exhale, release that grip, release those hips. You can either choose to do bridge pose again, or you can come to wheel. Hands underneath the shoulders, lifting the hips up. Maybe lift the heels for a little extra challenge, or maybe wheels just enough. And then bring those heels down. Slowly, slowly bend the elbows, coming all the way down. Bring those knees back in towards the chest. Give yourself a hug, massaging that lower back. Coming into butterfly. So bring those feet to touch. Knees come out nice and wide. Stretching those inner thighs. Starting to bring back more of that natural breath. Remembering that we want to have the attitude of gratitude every single day, right? Remembering the things that truly fulfill our lives, the people, the memories, not the things, right? And I think that's what Thanksgiving is all about. Bring the knees in, give yourself a hug because you deserve it. You're amazing. Extend those legs and just let everything go. Closing the eyes, relaxing those eyelids. Relaxing the legs. Relax those arms. Relaxing the muscles in your face. All is good. All is great. Simply relaxing here in our Shavasana pose. A couple more minutes. Beginning to wiggle the toes. Maybe reaching up and over with the arms, opening up. And then slowly coming on up to a comfortable seated position. Just closing the practice. Again, remember why you stepped onto your mat. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me through this practice. Please comment, subscribe, like if you enjoyed this. Namaste.